RVBN, the Rich Video Blog Network, home to weekly NFL predictions, top 10 list of everything and anything, great personality profiles, sports stars, entertainers, and professional wrestlers, sports video blogs about the NBA, NFL, Major League Baseball, and the NHL, professional wrestling video blogs, including angles, tag teams, and paid previews of the past results, and entertainment video blogs, including movie reviews, classic television shows, and cable and television networks. RVBN, the only video blog on the internet that matters. Billerica, Massachusetts. Good evening, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. This is Rich again, back for your third and final video blog of the night for Saturday, November 19th, 2016, around 7:38 in the evening in Billerica, Massachusetts. The sun's down. It's about 47 degrees. Going to go down to the 40s tonight. Tomorrow, some mix of rain and snow showers, but nothing significant. And in the hills of Massachusetts and the mountains of Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Maine, and Vermont, 3 to 6 inches. Some news to report on the RVBN News. Why Boston College football team beats Connecticut by the score of 30-0 at the Heights today. So congratulations to BC. They won a game, fifth game of the year. And Al Horford and Jay Crowder of the Boston Celtics are healthy enough to be playing for them again and starting the lineup. They missed most of November due to injuries, and this is pretty good for the Celtics. They can start gelling as a team and start winning. And that's about it on news from the RVBN News. Why I'll be back with the third and final video blog of the night, which will be about some cliff notes of the Code of Conduct in Billerica, Massachusetts, Billerica Memorial High School. Get out! You're so sweet, 'cause they're cute. Last week, no boss. Enough's enough. It's time for a change. The more, the merrier. Go find something to do. I don't care about game shows. Want to put a weight on that, Richie? I know. I'm doing good. Happy and safe railroading. And please do not walk on or near the tracks. You never know the train is coming. The trains are bigger than you. They can kill you. So do not cross any railroad tracks. You're trespassing. That's about it. Great video quotes only on RVBN. Back. The third and final video blog of the night is going to be about cliff notes of the Billerica Memorial High School Code of Conduct. The Code of Conduct is used for rules and regulations, and students have to obey these rules. If they break any of these rules, the Code of Conduct is enforced, and they could suffer serious consequences. Some of the rules that Billerica Memorial High School students are known to break are tardy to school. When they're tardy to school, they immediately have to sign in at their housemaster, sign in and get a pass. They're allowed 5 tardies per semester. They get 6 through 9, they get an office detention. 10 through 14, 2 office detentions. And 16 on through each quarter, they get suspended for 1 day. And another rule that BMHS students are known to break is in school but not signed in. They have to be in school. They're in school and they're not signed in to keep attendance accurately. They get suspended for at least 1 day. Another rule that students break a lot at BMHS: skipping class or study hall. They get caught skipping class or study hall. First offense is an office detention, and second to fourth offense per year, they get a 1-day suspension. 6 or more gets a 2-day suspension, and if they get caught skipping a class, they forfeit the right for all the work they missed in that class, so they can't skip the class, because they can't make it up. And another rule that students at BMHS are known to break is cheating. Cheating, it ruins the integrity of the class, and students cheat just to get ahead, and they're dishonest, and that's a bad judgment of character. They get caught cheating, the teacher has to write up a office referral stating why they cheated, send it to the assistant principal, and they get suspended at least 1 day, and they get a grade of 0 on the test or the assignment. And a grade of 0 on a test or an assignment really hurts, because a grade of 0 means it's hard. And also another rule that BMHS students are known to break is insubordination. Insubordination is the direct refusal to listen to the teacher at a reasonable request, like picking up trash in the cafeteria, or like not paying attention to the teacher in the class, and they could get detention to suspension, depends on the consequences for that. Another rule that BMHS students are known to break is outside the building without permission from the staff member. If they're caught outside the building during the school day, they get at least 3 office detentions. The first offense, second and subsequent offense, 5 office detentions. They don't want kids loitering around outside the building during the school day, because it's not supposed to do that. And if they leave school grounds without permission, and they get a suspension for at least 1 day, and if it's a senior, and if they're determined that they drove their car away, they lose parking privileges. Some major offenses at BMHS, these are the big ones where serious consequences happen. If students involved in physical conflict or fight, if they get involved in a fight, they are suspended at least 3 days. If it's a student assaulting another student, the principal might have to have expulsion. And if necessary or possible, the parents are notified, and then they get sent home that day as a partial suspension. Second subsequent offenses, 5-day suspension. And if a student assaults a staff member at BMHS, they're suspended at least 5 days. They have to attend a hearing with the principal to determine their status at BMHS, and they could get court action taken, and they could be expelled. Also, if students bring dangerous weapons into the building, like a gun, or a knife, or nunchucks, or brass knuckles, and if they get caught with them, they get confiscated. The police and parents are notified. They're suspended at least 5 days. They'll have a hearing with the principal to determine what intent they had with those weapons, and they could get expelled. And plus, court action could be taken. And another serious offense is theft. If any student steals at BMHS anything, they are suspended at least 2 to 5 days, depending on the severity of an incident. If it was something valuable, they would have to make restitution, and they would also have the parents notified, and court action could be taken. And stealing is a character issue. They don't want BMHS students to turn into liars, cheaters, or stealers like Eddie Guerrero, the late WWE Hall of Famer. Another rule that many students break at BMHS is severe: the discovery of fireworks or pulling a false alarm. If they have fireworks at BMHS, they get caught with them. The fireworks get confiscated. The police, fire department are notified, and they get suspended at least 5 days. And the pulling of a false alarm, unauthorized use of a fire extinguisher, is serious crime. A false alarm disrupts the entire school, and also places an unnecessary burden on both the police and fire department, because false alarms are like nonsense. And if they get who's ever responsible for it gets suspended 5 days, they get a referral by the police department, fire department. They could get court action. And another serious crime, if they're involved bringing drugs and alcohol into school, if they're under the influence, they're at least suspended 5 days. They have to have a hearing with the principal to determine their status at bmhs. And if they misbehave in office detention, they get thrown out of office detention. They get assessed a 1-day suspension. They have to serve this detention in full. And students who accumulate several office detentions, 10 office detentions in 1 calendar year, each office detention, beginning with the number 10, gets converted over to a 1-day suspension. And if students break the rules at bmhs constantly and they accumulate 12 or more days suspended, they decide they'll have to have a hearing with the principal to determine their status at bmhs if they could get expelled. And that's some of the cliff notes of the Billerica Memorial High School Code of Conduct. I couldn't mention all of them, but I mentioned the major ones because I just want to, because it's to keep people informed about this stuff. I was on the disciplinary committee at bmhs my sophomore year, and it was fun serving on that. Dr. Thomas Shaki was the chairperson of the disciplinary committee. Maybe one of these days I could have Dr. Shaki as a guest on here. You never know. That's about it on that. I'll be back tomorrow, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+, for only 2 video blogs, because Sundays is 2 a day. First video blog will be my personality profile. It's going to be about the late, great Chicago Cubs play-by-play announcer, Jack Brickhouse. Hey, and the second and final video blog of the night, why Thursday night football, the NFL needs to go. Keep calm, everybody. I'm a Julie Button guy. Molly Wilson, head of WCCOX, and has nice legs. Elizabeth Hotso, so stunning, she's the best. Amy Sweezy's awesome Amy. Linda Church of WPIX, Channel 11, New York, is such a lacking cougar. She's got the best legs in New York City, bar none. Bob Gibbs of ABC 11 has a sweet southern accent, best legs in Raleigh, North Carolina. And Len Claire of WHDH Channel 7, morning meteorologist, is so sweet. She's got the best legs in Boston, bar none. And one of these days, I'm going to have Julie Broughton as a guest on my video blog. It's going to happen, my friends. Good night and good luck. Bye now.